Andrew Griffith is the shadow business secretary, and he wants you to be abused at work. Now, that might sound hyperbolic, but it's the truth in a nutshell. Griffiths has been making a bit of a fool of himself over the past week, and his latest brain fart moment is that he wants to amend the Employment Right Bill to allow people going to work to be sworn at, abused, threatened, shouted at, all by members of the public just for doing their job. Now, sometimes you get a bad customer service, and, as a customer, you can get annoyed, but it doesn't give you the right to unleash your fury on the poor individual trying to earn a living. However, Andrew Griffith seems to think that that's okay, and it's just banter. He's made a little video where he gets kicked out of a pub, and I'll show you that in just a second. But naturally, he dumbs down the actual seriousness of it. He seems to think that two people in a pub talking about the football is going to get you thrown out. But that's just absolute nonsense. Removing this clause that anybody and anyone could come up to you in your place of work and shout at you or get cross with you or threaten you, and you might not have even done anything wrong. It might be just them having a bad day, and they want to come in and take it out on somebody. And yet Griffith here thinks, it's just a bit of banter, innit?
The government want to ban banter in pubs. They're doing it via the Employment Rights Bill. Attacks on freedom of speech, Toby, as you know, are rarely direct. They're often unintended consequences. But what is it about? What's this banter ban all about?
One of the clauses in the Employment Rights Bill, which has become known as the banter ban, makes employers liable for the harassment of their employees, non-sexual harassment of their employees by third parties, i.e. customers, members of the public. Employers, even including small businessmen, are going to have to take legal advice about what steps they're going to have to take to protect themselves from being sued by their employees because they haven't done enough to protect them from things they might overhear. So overheard conversations, remarks, even jokes can count as harassment.
So a big issue on the side of employers because this puts a really difficult obligation on them on top of all the other stuff they're dealing with, the cost of employment, the taxes that the government's hiked up, business rates. On top of all of that, this is hitting them as well.
We lost 5-0 to Burnley.
All
right, gents, that's enough. You're going to have to leave. You know the rules. There's no banter allowed in here.
Oh, come on, a bit of banter.
You're out, and you're banned. And don't come back.
So what do you think? Should banter be allowed in the workplace, or should we be doing more to protect our employees? As I said before, Griffiths has been making a bit of a fool of himself this past couple of weeks. He praised the American trade deal and then must have got his wrist slapped by Badenoch for making her look silly when she opposed it, because he quickly changed his tune.
Unfortunately, this is not the historic free trade deal we were promised.
But before all that, in the lead up to the local elections, he gave one of the most bizarre reasons that you need to be voting Conservatives, which, if you don't know about it, well, you can find out in the video that's on screen now. So go watch that next. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.